This is page 68 of your math journal. We're going to call this one percent of a number. Okay, I want you to memorize this formula. Okay, so you're going to memorize whole times percent equals part. Okay, now what I mean by this, example, whole would be your original number. And the percent either needs to be in a fraction form, so it's going to be something over 100, or you're going to have it in its decimal form. Okay, so here your percent can be in its fraction form or in its decimal form, but that's how you write the percent. This right here, of, you'll see of a lot. So this kind of will help you set it up more. So of, remember, means multiplying. Is will be your hint word for the part. So the part is the new number. So whole times percent equals part. Here would be an example of that. You'll get questions like, what is 24% of 12? Okay, now let's identify the parts that we know here. I want you to circle and identify what they are. Right here is my percent. So I found my percent. So for short, I write W times, and I just draw the percent sign, equals P for part. So if I can fill in the parts that I know, I'm going to solve for the part that I don't know. So in this case, I know the percent, and this is where I can either write the fraction or the decimal. I tend to like the decimal one the best, so I'm going to write 0.24. Okay, now here, how do I know if this is the part or the whole? My clue word is of. Of is with 12, so this is the whole. I'm taking this much of 12. So I'm going to put 12 right here. From there, I just do whatever I need to figure out the missing part. In this case, I'm looking for the part. So I'm going to set up 12 times 0.24. So 0.24 times 12. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 0 is 0. So I don't need to do that. 0 placeholder. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 0, I don't need to worry about that since it's the last thing there. Add it up. 8 plus 0 is 8. 4 plus 4 is 8. And 2. So 2 places behind the decimal. 1, 2. So 1, 2 behind the decimal in my answer. So my answer is 2.88. So 12 times 0.24, remember this is 24% as a decimal, equals 2.88. Okay, let's try another one kind of like that. This one I'm going to use the fraction form of the number just to show you it works both ways. Let me zoom, make focus this a little bit better. There we go. Okay, for space, I'm going to probably do my work over here. Let's write what is 7% of 300. So this is where I'm going to take and fill in what I know. I know the part, or I don't know the part. What is, there's my clue that I'm looking for the is, or the part. Is my clue word for the part. I know my percent, and I know my whole. So whole times percent equals part. So 300 times my percent. This time I'm just going to show you that I can do it as a fraction. You could also use 0.07. Both are right. Equals the part. That's what I'm looking for. So here I'm just going to set up my problem. And in this case, the reason I like the fraction one here is because these cancel nice neatly. 100 goes into both of them, so this would be 100. It would be 1. 100 goes into this 3 times. Okay, now you know how to multiply fractions. 3 times 7 is 21 over 1 times 1. So I get 21 equals P, or the part. So my answer, up here I should have written that as well. P equals 2.88, or in other words, the part. So 7% of 300 is 21. All right, let's do a little story problem where we would apply this in real life. A store is having a sale. A pair of shoes is originally $42.99. So $42.99. They are on sale for 35% off. What is the new price? Or what is the sales price? Alright, so from here, let's pick out what we know. Here's a clue, originally, so this is the whole price. We are looking for a percent of it, but we're going to take it off. This is one thing that you really need to watch for. Because it says 35% off, we need to find 35% and then take it off of the original price. So there's going to be a little bit more math here. Okay, so our percent equation is whole times percent equals part. So my whole price is $42.99 times my percent. In this case, I think the decimal is going to be nicer than the fraction form. Generally, the decimal is easiest, especially when you are able to use a calculator. It's just easier to type in. But we're going to do the math by hand today. So if I can find that part, that will tell me how much money I'm going to save if I want to buy these shoes. So $42.99, just to set this up to be more useful, times 0.35. 5 times 9 is 45. Regroup 4. 5 times 9 is 45, plus 4 would be 9. Regroup 4. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 4 is 14. Regroup 1. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 1 would be 21. 0 placeholder. 3 times 9 is 27. Regroup 2. 3 times 9 is 27, plus 2 would be 29. Regroup 2. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. And we didn't have to regroup anything there, so I'm just going to write 12. Add it up. 5 plus 0 is 5. 9 plus 7 is 16. Regroup 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 9 is 14. Regroup 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 8 is 10. Regroup 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 plus 2 is 5. And 1. Okay, that looks really huge, but this is where you have to remember these are decimal numbers that we are multiplying together. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 places behind the decimal in my problem. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 places behind my decimal in my answer. Now, because we're talking about money here, I don't have money that goes all the way to the 4th decimal place. So we need to round this to the nearest cent before we do any more math. So 15.0465, the nearest cent would be the hundredths place, so I'm going to find my place, look next door, 5 or greater, add 1 more, so this would be closest to $15.05. Now, does that answer my question? It says, what is the sale price? Is this my sale price? Woohoo, $15 shoes? No, that's how much money I get to save, but not how much money I still have to spend. So what would I need to do with that? Well, how do you find your sale price? Take your original price, take away how much they say you are taking off. We're taking off 35% off. This is 35% of that, so I'm going to take it off. So minus my discount. 9 minus 5 is 4. 9 minus 0 is 9. 2 minus 5 I can't do, so I have to borrow. 12 minus 5 is 7. Remember your decimal place here. 3 minus 1 is 2. So, the sale price of the shoes is $27.94. That's how you can use finding percent of a number in your everyday life.